Spin up. WTFWOTW.
With Rudii Ru.
Speaking of career journey, was being a radio broadcaster your dream growing up?
No, not at all. I think that when I started studying, I wanted to organize like multicultural events to bring people together. I started writing poetry at a very young age. So I used to read a lot of different books by different American and also Dutch poets, thinking that maybe one day I would write a book or something. My first time on stage as a host was because of a friend of mine who said, I want you to host my album release party. And I was like, me? Why? And he said, yeah, I think that is something you could do. I didn't have no idea.
And who was this?
Martinho Soares.
Well, shout out to him. Cheers.
Yeah, yo, cheers. Yes, definitely.
From your spoken word days, what was your favorite poem of yours that you wrote?
Yo, Love's Ways Got Stuck.
How does it go?
I think I only remember a part.
Well, I only need a part. I don't have time for the whole thing.
Okay, so it went something, it went something like, Love's ways got stuck, just like that. All that was, still is in some kind of way, but white fades. Blue and purple all turned around into this one color, pain and hurt. Trying to ease the cracking of our skins against this burning sunlight. I don't even know, but...
It sounds like your favorite. So describe the emotion you felt the first time you were live on air.
The very first time that I was on radio live was on Radio Stonvosta, which is a local radio station in Rotterdam. The show was called Tribal. Try radio impressions, balanced and leveled.
Oh, that's deep.
That is deep. And what we did was, we would discuss like all this political stuff and, you know, everything.
But that was before, obviously, Black people in Holland became conscious and woke. So you were ahead of your time, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yo, we would be talking about stuff. And we were doing it together, talking together. My first time at Funix, I was scared shitless. Just looking at the time ticking till it's
To
time
the commercials and everything?
To the commercials and everything.
Yeah.
Ticking till it's time to start talking. My voice was all the way up here. Yo,
So you didn't have no bass in your voice?
No bass in my voice. When I speak Dutch, my voice is lower.
That's because you get to activate the sexy because you don't have to think about your words. You lean into it more like,
Yeah, no,
this
it's also
is jullie al weten, you know?
Nay, it's also the construction of the words, which
Gotcha.
makes it different, right?
Who gave you an opportunity along the way despite your lack of experience?
I think actually everyone I encountered.
Well, damn. But that's really dope. I don't think many people can say almost my entire career has been made up of people who believed in you in essence.
Yeah.
You lucky bitch. Mine was the complete opposite. My entire career, just not even trying to be funny, has been made up of roadblocks, creating a path that wasn't there, or hate.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't, it's not even, I'm not even complaining, but when I hear you, I'm like, I ain't had that at all, because I was like, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it would be dope if someone would just be like, oh, this is something dope for you, Rudii.
Yeah.
No, I always have to be like, man, I think I could do that shit. I've never done it. I'm just going to do it. But all you need is the flame to be ignited, right? Then you just have to nurture and keep it burning.
And yes, I am lit on the inside. Okay.
You look like, you know, one of them like psychic friends people.
You do know my third eye is open as fuck. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, now you do. Look at it.
It's a good eye. How did you know it was time for you to cut the cord and leave Funix?
It was a long time coming. So
you actually stayed longer than you should have.
Yes, I was very. I'm very transparent when it comes to, for example, letting my colleagues know that I think it's time to go. So that first conversation happened maybe 4 years before I left. It had to do with maybe me moving to the States. So I was leaving the job to pursue love.
Guys, a moment for love.
For love.
Love.
For love. That didn't happen. So I stayed.
Oh shit.
Hey, that's why I'm still in Rotterdam. But no, it took some time because I started realize at a certain point that I identified so much with what it was that I was doing, with my profession, with being that person at Funix during in the hoe noem je dat? In the hotspot, so in the afternoon.
Yeah, prime time. You got prime time. You were their golden child.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that came the perception of who it is that I am is my work. I needed some time to do that. And
because you were shy from Funix.
Yeah, I was shy from Funix.
You know that I had been telling you to leave, that you should, you know what I mean? So for me, what was a surprise to me though, is when you left the hottest radio station, so to speak, I thought you were gonna then also cross over and try a new aspect of media, but you then did radio again.
Yes, and I did the thing is this, and I did a documentary in the meanwhile while I was actually still working at Funix. I did a documentary for TV. I did a few small report segments for Jurgen Rijman. I mean, my dream is still to be on Dutch TV. And when it comes to what it is that we see on TV right now, I feel like it's very limited. And I think, I tried so hard to get there and to create that possibility. But it didn't happen yet. And at a certain point, I got frustrated. The convincing people what it is that I can bring to the table, I just got tired and I didn't want to put any effort in that part anymore. And I started looking at other stuff that I have a passion for. You
obviously also are attractive. You're very confident. So you have a physical presence. So to me, you're a good talker. What is what was the fear?
You. I'm Black.
You are Black. But when I see you in action or whatever, I feel like you also have this people's champ vibe. I think people that don't know you might get intimidated.
Yes. And I think
which is funny to me because you're goofy as fuck to me. And I'm like, you do exude intelligent woman.
I got a bunch of different glasses. It's funny that you're saying right now to make it playful and open it up and all that kind of stuff. But all of this is what I got to work with. And there was a certain period of time that I was willing to work on that dominance thing that people are seeing and all that kind of stuff to break through it so that they see the goofiness right away. But this is who I am, right? So
yeah, and plus the goofiness is not for everyone and it's not for every time. So like you shouldn't be putting on a show every time you set foot on stage either. I think it's great that Jurgen, a Black man, gave you a correspondent job. But I feel like the people who were in a more commercial position should have done that. I feel like Umberto Tung should have had someone like you instead of the yuppie white boy. I'm sure he's great. He's great. And I'm glad he had a job.
Yeah. And the thing is, I agree. So it's very frustrating because this is the thing. I know what it is that I'm good at, and I'm very aware of what it is that I need to learn. And I'm very aware of the fact that I need time to do it. The only thing that I'm asking for is a possibility, a chance. It took me some time to understand why it was that I still didn't get that chance until somebody told me, you look like an activist. My hair, apparently, the way I speak and all that kind of stuff is a scary Black woman or whatever.
No, what it is you sound educated is what it is. Because you dress in bright colors, so it's not like you look like a Black Panther every day. Like right now, I'd be like, all right, cool, let my people go. But like when I'm seeing you in a
Wakanda.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You like, this is a serious up top, but zebra at the bottom. Like it's a mix. Yeah, like, and you wear yellows and stuff. I think it's really just about the fact that when you have your serious face on, you look people in the eye and you give them the opportunity to speak to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're that one eye, and some motherfuckers can't hold it.
Yeah. So I'm still in the game. I'm still doing
For
my
sure.
thing,
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff, and my time is gonna come.
For
And
sure. And
I'm gonna fucking grab it. That's what's gonna happen.
yeah, you're gonna choke the shit out of it and just grab
Yes.
that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers to that, first of all. Yo, I just want to say, sidebar. When I'm
Yeah.
drinking my usual Patron pineapple, whiskey Coke, yo, I'm fucking faded. This is why I don't drink wine, because wine goes straight to my fucking head.
But what? Yes, it does.
And I'm
But
sitting
then
here
but then you question it,
complimenting
why?
you after complimenting you, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just dick riding over here. No, I'm just playing.
Why?
I meant every word. But
No, okay, well, thank God. But you know, fuck,
yeah.
I'm not shit. No,
So, but going back to creating your own opportunities, et cetera, grabbing the opportunity when it comes. Lack of representation has been a conversation in Dutch media ever since it became fashionable. So let's say for the past 4 years, really. And as we speak, there are 2 new proposed networks trying to garnish enough support to launch, right? Omroep X, which is Network X, and there's Zwart, which is Black. First question, have you endorsed either yet?
both.
Holland is a small country, and although there are a large number of marginalized people living here, I'm like, I don't think there's enough of them to launch 2 networks vying for the support of a similar demographic. Like, I know that both can exist. I'm not one of those people who thinks like there should only be one.
Yeah.
But I am one of those people from observing this country for 2 decades.
Are there enough people to back it up?
Because at a certain moment, you're thinning it out. And I'm like, isn't it, why don't we have one dope ass network that has it all?
I hope that people will push both of them. I agree when you say, but why not combine everything together?
In a dying medium as television, right? Because everything it's really an online game right now, but on a dying medium like that, the age demographic that's going to sustain TV is going to overlap on both. It's going to be us, our age group, maybe at most, maybe we'll say 32. Let's say, so between the age of 32 and 52, that's us.
That's us. And there's actually a third network too.
Oh.
Evens, I think it's Evens, and they are for women of color.
It's too much. Well, first of all, Evens is just going to have to just take a seat.
We as Black people are also very critical when it comes to what the movement is.
A network being synonymous or labeled as a movement, to me, is already a problem.
Yeah. And this is funny because I had a lot of discussions about this with friends these couple of, wow, you made me drink too much.
Did I? You're welcome.
I feel like we should still be critical, but also
uplift. I want to see success.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be like, they're fragmenting within themselves and in their own way. I would want there to be a situation if, hypothetically, if Zwart gets to the finish line and Omroep X doesn't make it, there needs to be a contingency plan behind the scenes and a bridging of a relationship between these 2 organizations that their supporters will automatically then come, because that's where it becomes a thing, that's where the disconnect.
Yo, baby girl, send a mail,
Nobody listens to me, Shy. Between you and me and my hundreds of listeners, the reality of the situation is
nobody listens to you.
No. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. The reason I brought up these 2 networks is, would you want to host your own show on those networks, or do you feel that you need to break the glass ceiling in the mainstream media?
Good question. I feel both. But right now I'm busy with creating my own stuff. Rudii, you're almost losing me. I drank too much.
You know what the solution is? Keep drinking.
No, I stopped.
What else do we have brewing in the life of Shaveka?
Ooh, she hit me with my
Your government name.
My government name, Shay Kreuger, yes. What else do we have brewing? We have a couple of different things brewing. I'm a teacher at the college. The 3rd of December, my own talk show is going to start with at Nieuwe Instituut, a museum here in Rotterdam. I also give diversity courses, and I'm working together with some commercial parties, still very focused on, I have a documentary heart. So I want to tell stories, linking people to people. So in Dutch, you would say medemenselijkheid.
So it's about humanity connecting.
It's about humanity connecting.
What I've learned in this interview today is that you probably need me on your team.
Yo, Rudii, market my ass to the States. Let's go. You understand what I mean?
Oh yeah,
But-
as far as your brand profile goes, yeah, that's cool. But I'm talking about also creating something together.
Yeah.
I'm
That's-
creative too, motherfucker. Not
That's
just
what I-
putting someone else up.
No,
Can I
what-
be
what-
up sometimes?
That's not what I said.
Why is my face so red? Shit.
Let's create something that could work here and there.
What's the best way for the public to keep up with all your different creations?
Follow me on my IG at SHAYKREUGER.
There you go, guys.
Thank you for listening. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Please be a friend, tell a friend, subscribe, do something with your life. Catch you next week on
WTFWOTW.
With Rudii Ru.